Hello, you join us here on the A4196 at Black Lake between Wednesbury and West Bromwich, not far from Hilltop, and we're going to be walking along the Midland Metro, part of Line 1 from Black Lake, which is just along this path as we're heading towards, and we're going to walk all the way along the Metro route to the Hawthorns, passing through West Bromwich, where we'll pop off and have a look around the town, and then continue along to the Hawthorns, where the metro meets the rail. Okay, so here we are at Black Lake. This is Black Lake Station, and that's looking towards Wolverhampton on the line. And we're going to sort of do a little U-turn here and begin our walk along the metro route. And we arrive at our first crossing point. There's a few of these along this walk where the pathway crosses over the tram tracks. And it's not long before we reach our first station along this route, Dudley Street, Guns Village, and that is just between Great Bridge and Carter's Green, West Bromwich. And as we look from the bridge, you can see the clock tower in the distance at Carter's Green near West Bromwich town centre. So let's get back onto the metro pathway and continue our walk. And this bridge carries Harwood Street above, and just after this bridge we come to our next station along this walk, which is Dartmouth Street. And the bridge we're approaching here is Lodge Road, and just beyond this bridge is Lodge Road tram station. For those who don't live in this area, we're following part of the Midland Metro route, the light tram rail route, line 1, which runs from Wolverhampton city centre to Birmingham city centre. It first opened in 1999 and it runs mainly along an old railway line. Starting at Wolverhampton, the tram runs to Bilston, continues to Wednesbury, then on to West Bromwich, where we'll be heading shortly, before continuing via Handsworth to Birmingham city centre. It's recently been extended and there is currently a new line to Dudley under construction at the moment. And as we've made our way up here to Lodge Road, we're just going to have a quick walk along Lodge Road and have a look at some of the lovely old buildings. And this is quite a large bridge that we're passing under now, and it carries the junction of Victoria Street onto Price Street. And as we come out of the bridge, there's another bridge just after, and we're heading into West Brom town centre now. And we just passed under Ling Lane Bridge there, which is now a pedestrian and cycle route. And just after the bridge we come to West Bromwich Central Metro Station, which is just next to West Bromwich Ringway, and on the opposite side of the Ringway is the bus station and the town centre. So we're going to come off here and we're going to have a quick look around West Bromwich town centre before we continue our walk along the metro route. So that was a brief walk around West Bromwich town centre, and we've made our way back to West Bromwich Central and off the Ringway, and we're going to make our way back down to the tram tracks and continue our walk along the metro route. and we soon make our way to the A4031 Trinity Way, which links West Bromwich to Albury, and it's not too far along Trinity Way. If you were on foot, you could walk down across an island and make your way to the Birmingham Mainline Canal. And we have made our way to Kenrick Park. These blue tower blocks that you can see here can be seen just off the M5 between junctions 2 and junctions 1, and they're just off Kenrick Way. So we've just passed underneath the M5 motorway between junctions 1 and 2, junction 1 for West Bromwich and 2 for Albury. And this bridge that we're passing under now is Roebuck Lane Bridge, but it's no longer Roebuck Lane, it's a cycle path and pedestrian bridge which makes up part of National Cycle Route 5. You can come off the Metro Walk just here, just after the bridge, and there's a short path that links you up onto the National Cycle Route. Now the cycle route runs all the way up to North Wales, but this section runs between Birmingham and West Bromwich, so it's only a short walk or cycle, and you can make your way down onto the Birmingham Mainline Canal, which is just along Roebuck Lane at Smethwick Galton Bridge, where you would join the canal and you'd be able to cycle all the way into Birmingham city centre, road free, the majority of that, apart from the short section down to the canal, which is that way. As we swing round, the cycle path takes you underneath the M5 through a small subway, and then it leads you out onto Roebuck Lane on the opposite side, and it's just a short walk or cycle, probably about 15-20 minute walk along, following the signposts, along small roads, and you could make your way onto Sandwell Valley Country Park. So let's make our way back down now onto the Metro path and continue this last section towards the Hawthorns. and we're standing on Halfords Lane now, and you just looked towards the Hawthorns Football Club, home to West Bromwich Albion, and it's also at an altitude of 551 feet, which is 168 metres. It's the highest ground above sea level of all the Premier League and Football League clubs in England. So as we make our way down Roger Horton Way, on the right hand side you've got the Hawthorns Railway and Tram Stop. This is quite new, it was only opened in 1995, and as we continue down this path, it's just a short path that links Middlemore Lane with Halfords Lane, which we were just on, and this is where this walk finishes. And unlike many of the other walks that I've done, I have to walk back to the car once I've finished. With this one, I'll be able to get a lift back to Black Lake, and it will only cost me £3. So just before we do get my lift back, I will just continue along this path to Middlemore Road. Sorry, I just called it Middlemore Lane. Middlemore Road, which is just down here, and that's where the walking along the metro sort of ends, because the path doesn't continue any further. So this is Middlemore Road as far as we can go now, and we'll have a quick look from above. And on the right hand side is the tram lines, and on the left hand side is the railway lines. Railway line there running from Birmingham New Street to Worcester, I believe, and this is the view from the other side heading in towards Birmingham. Tram line to your left there and the railway to your right, and you can see we're not too far away from the city centre. So I'm going to sit here and wait for my lift. Thank you very much for watching, and hope you enjoyed the video. Oh, gotta go. Here's my lift. So I'm going to sit here and wait for my lift back home. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you like what you see. And I'll be back soon with another Walking the West Midlands. Oh, here's my lift. Bye.